Hello everybody, welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online once again. We are outside of the Draloth Ancestral Tomb. As you remember last, we still had issues figuring out what we had to do with the Valoth Ancestral Tomb, but apparently there's a quest over here at the Draloth one that you take that'll eventually lead us to the Veloth one. So we're going to go ahead and do that. After that, we only have to really do Aldrun, the Ashlanders camp, I think it is, and then do the Stones quest and pick up our last eye spot, and we're pretty much almost done at that point. We're going to do the wall bosses in between there at some point too. Let's go ahead and talk to this person.
One moment. Let me finish this thought. What's this word? Oh, I wish my dear Narcissus would return so I could ask. His handwriting is atrocious. Oh well, I'll just write inky black darkness. That sounds like the tomb he described to me. The nearby Draloth tomb, of course. My employer, the famous adventurer Narcissus Dren, explores its depths, searching for hidden treasure even as we speak. I hope to get to investigate a tomb one day. For now, I'm content to be Narcissus' assistant. I am the personal assistant to Narcissus Dren, and I know a great deal about a good many things. I found the old scroll that mentioned the treasure, after all. Narcissus has been gone a long time, though. Even missed lunch today, and he never skips a meal. You'll check on Narcissus? How sweet. I will make certain you get a mention in his next book. I suppose he just lost track of time studying an intriguing relic or some such. But I will feel so much better if you go into Draloth and see if he's alright. Certainly. I'd be more than happy to tell you all about the great Narcissus Dren and his exciting adventures. What do you want to... I suppose I can take credit for that. I found an old scroll in a Talvani bookshop and took it right to Narcissus for analysis. His translation indicated there were secret passages inside. He said secret passages mean hidden treasure, so here we are. You don't know the great Narcissus Dren? He explores the world's most dangerous locations and writes books so that his beloved admirers can experience his adventures vicariously. Just reading his words will send little thrills up and down your spine. It is much more than mere admiration. Narcissus Dren fills my heart the way mead fills an earthen jar. Someday, we will undergo the ritual of Mara and live happily as husband and wife. Elfbeta Dren. It has a certain flair, don't you think? You did? Rothgar, you said? Funny. I don't remember seeing you mentioned in Narcissus Dren and Draugr Dilemma. Are you sure you met my Narcissus? A person of his stature is often impersonated by unscrupulous cats. Well, that doesn't sound like the Narcissus Dren I know. Just remember, Narcissus Dren does not have time for pretty admirers. His work in the Draloth tomb is very important, so make sure he's alright. But keep your hands to yourself.
Alright, so I think we picked up actually 2 quests from that, from what I understood. Or no, I guess we only got that one. I guess that one bit was just telling us what we're going to end up having to do for the overall quest, because it did say Veloth's tomb. But yeah, we'll go ahead and head inside of here and help out Narcissus. And after we're done here, I'm sure we're probably heading into the Veloth tomb next.
Not so loud. That creature in the next chamber is a tricky one. You must be my new apprentice. Well, let's start the lesson, shall we? You look familiar. Let me think. A cave full of Nereids? The incident with Morala the Cruel and the Mephala cultists? No, I remember. The Draugr incident. We helped the orcs out of a jam, as I recall. What brings you down here, friend? Assistant? Oh, you mean that young Nord woman who's been hanging about? Very kind of her. But Narcissus Dren doesn't need to be coddled. I'm in the middle of a very important undertaking. There's more to this old tomb than meets the eye. According to an old scroll I discovered, this tomb was built atop 2 older structures. Imagine secret chambers that haven't been opened in centuries. And the family died out ages ago. No one to contest my findings. Except that creature over there. She did she? Probably told you she found it. Well, I had to translate it, and from these difficult, even for me. Before I could begin my investigation, however, that creature over there appeared to harass me. It takes more than a few shambling corpses to stop the formidable Narcissus Dren. Come to think of it, I seem to remember that you weren't as helpful as I'd hoped once we got into that ancient Nord barrow. There was a sarcophagus, as I recall. Oh, yes. My most popular volume to date. Narcissus Dren and the Draugr Dilemma. Surprised you haven't read it. It's captivating. Help me get through this tomb and I'll let you have a copy. At a substantial discount. It's a sneaky one. Silent as a tomb and twice as deadly. Even its shadow is terrifying. But it won't get the jump on Narcissus Dren. Slip into the chamber and see what its intentions are. I'll wait here, poised to leap to your aid as necessary.
Alright, let's go take a look at this. Looks like a spider of some sort. Oh. Yama's shadow belongs to a tiny spider feasting upon a long-dead stamp. Neither poses any threat whatsoever.
I knew there was nothing to worry about.
Alright, well we can look around now, at least.
Stalwart companion. This tomb won't explore itself.
Oh, there's somebody already down here. Rats! Yeah, that's neat, but I think it's a bug of some sort. That's actually kind of amusing to see that. I'm pretty sure that's my flame whip attack, but I've never actually seen it like stuck like this before, so that's interesting. Oh, it finally went away, okay.
This isn't what I expected. This isn't right. Where's the treasure vault? The hidden chambers? This tomb deeply disappoints Narcissus Dren. Something more interesting than a boring burial chamber. This ancient scroll indicates that if you honor the ancestors, they reveal... I can't quite make out this word. I'm having a hard time translating some of these old idioms. Are you questioning my expertise? Ancient Elven is like a second language to me, and scholars across Tamriel revere my ability to make sense of historic gibberish. Still, I could check my notes again, just to be sure. Let me see. This squiggle means tomb. Oh, wait! That's V, not D. Veloth tomb. Ooh, what's this button do?
Guess it opens something? Let's see what's going on up here.
Deal with that, will you? Then talk to Elfbet outside!
Oh, wow, okay. This actually looks pretty nice. Oh, what behind me? There it is. Nothing worthwhile there, really. I definitely think I need to restart the recording because I'm definitely getting some, like, frame drops here. Alright, hopefully that will fix up everything that was going on there. We'll go ahead and talk to... Oh, we got a book right here we could read if we want, but I'm not really interested in that.
Narcissus shot out of that tomb so fast. Just like that time my sister laughed so hard and mead spurted out her nose. Narcissus was so excited he went to find a mage to open a portal. Told us to meet him there. Wolfrey, pack up. We need to move. He did, and he told me to tell you. But why he needs your help when he has me, well, that's just beyond my comprehension. Narcissus said that he found new information. He said that the scroll was not about Drelath tomb. It pointed toward Veloth tomb. You better get moving if you're going to help my Narcissus. Veloth tomb is on the west coast, just south of Nisus. Wolfrey can make his own way, just like you. He's reliable like that. Me? I might hire a mage. Portals are so much nicer than walking.
Alrighty. Hi there.
Another tomb? And clear on the other side of Vardenfell? This sounds dangerous to me. But Narcissus Drain is the famous adventurer and all. I'm just here to haul around his very heavy possessions.
Alrighty. Well, we know where it is since we have it on our map. I'll just go ahead and teleport from here, I think. But yeah, I can't imagine this being a very long quest line here. It seems kind of like it wouldn't be a super long one in any case. Alright, off of this direction. I'm already getting tired. Oof. It's getting towards the end of July though, and I kind of wanted to finish up this expansion by the time August runs around, so yeah, I'm kind of pushing myself a bit. Alright, time to see how this goes for us. I think that one guy was here before, wasn't he? Well, that's quite a few things, isn't it? I'm not really into the rune crafting, to be honest. I haven't really messed around with any real crafting, really. Like the house crafting stuff I like, but besides that, I'm not too interested, I guess. I'm assuming this tomb is going to be a much longer and more difficult affair.
I seem to have locked myself in. Who's out there? Oh, no, never mind. I don't care. I just want to get out of here. It's dark and it's cramped and it smells like an Argonian's armpit. I recognize that voice. I knew you'd come and find me. As for my current predicament, how was I supposed to know it was a trap? The door slammed shut and locked behind me. So, do a dark elf a favor and open the door like a good apprentice? Please? There's probably a button or something nearby. In my experience, there's always something pushable. I remember seeing Daedric symbols on plates along the wall. Try pushing a button that's divisible by 3. 3 has always been lucky for me. Now you're just trying to prolong my agony. Divisible by 3. Try pushing the 6th panel from the left, or the 3rd panel, or maybe the 8th panel. Any of the panels in a position that's divisible by 3.
Alright, well, okay. I don't know, I guess we'll just click one.
Ow! Something just shocked me. No! What are you doing out there?
Maybe it's this one. Maybe this one has 3 symbols. I think this one over here was one. Was it? maybe not. I thought maybe there'd be ones that were different, but...
All right, that was just mean. Ouch! Try pushing the correct button this time.
There we go.
Another obstacle overcome by the great Narcissus Dren. I find that escaping from an ancient trap really gets the heart pumping, provided it doesn't take too long, of course. I couldn't have done it without your relatively minor contribution. Thank you. Indeed, Veloth Tomb. Now we need to locate the hidden passages mentioned in the scroll, and the relics of Saint Veloth will be mine. To write about in my next book, of course. Stick close, apprentice. These tombs can be dangerous to the unwary. I could tell you, but I work on an instinctual level. I know relics of historic value when I see them. Apprentice, you lead the way. I expect that locked door was the worst this tomb has in store for us. It's smooth sailing from here, I'm certain. Ah, yes, the old scroll. It did mention hidden passages. That's what attracted me in the first place. So I'll look for relics and hidden passages, while you keep an eye out for any unexpected dangers. See? We make a great team, apprentice. Saint Veloth? Perhaps. It's more likely he's buried in his shrine in Deshan. This is the family tomb. Did I tell you my mother traces her lineage to this noble line? Whatever we're going to find, it won't happen if we keep standing here. So... And I've chatted with the shade of my great-aunt Ativinia. She was as unpleasant in death as she was in life. Is there a point to regaling me with the story of your minor exploits? Of course it did. Probably had his preserved toe for good measure. I'm not interested in bones. I'm looking for blessed relics sent as gifts to his beloved family. Heirlooms they buried with him in this tomb. Can we get to the exploring now, please?
Alright, let's take a look around then. Let's find the hidden passage. It explains why we didn't find anything going on.
Sought after right pauldron.
That probably explains why we didn't find anything when we went in here before.
Early second era, perhaps? Ah, the main chamber must be down these stairs. Now, this is a burial chamber. We just need to find the entrance to the hidden passages. According to the old scroll, there's a secret entrance that leads to the hidden passages somewhere in this chamber. I don't see any obvious lever or switch. That's too bad. Examine anything that looks unusual. That harp, for instance. That's an odd accoutrement for a burial chamber. I also spot an old tome strategically placed for our reference. Interesting. I need to supervise. You are my apprentice, after all. Now get down there and find the hidden passage. Only the richest, most well-to-do families could afford to hide their true resting places so that no one could disturb or defile them. Imagine. Historical research isn't defilement. It's enriching the knowledge of future generations. My calling is noble and above reproach. It says so in my very first book. Now go find that entrance.
Alright, we'll try and find it. Fair face, kind of hard and keen in mind, she ruled the Veloth family for more than 100 years. No, rather Veloth.
Anything related to Saint Veloth in this chamber.
Prosperity and peace she brought through 3 unions, the tribunal graced her of youth and beauty for all her long life.
Still,
Her grace reflected.
The inscription on that pedestal might reveal something. Do give it a look, apprentice.
Her gift reflected only good upon the family name. Ajay Veloth, the master archer of Molag Amar, of honor and strength a bow bestowed by Lexia, he held the pass near Lake Labla for 9 days, cursed by the slave who brought him to his end. Verlaine Veloth, weep not for Verlaine Veloth, she toasted her enemies after battles waged, her hand promised to the man who killed her father. She She stood as poison ran through her veins. No muscle or movement betrayed her, watching as they all toasted her in kind. It fell poison to the last. With a smile, she dropped her cup and at last fell herself. Elms Veloth fed the family and retainers of the Veloth line throughout the long year of great hunger. He told to nourish the bodies of kith and kin. No meat or wheat passed his lips, until everyone else ate their fill. When the rains came, he laid down his sacrifice of nourishment and honor, as the crops blossomed and fed our people. Interesting. Strings are silent. Interesting.
Perhaps that dusty old tome will suggest suitable offerings. Dust makes me sneeze, so you should take a look.
Alright, so one's definitely an archer. Let's see if we can't find something eventually. We found a lockpick, that's nice. The hand mirror would definitely be the first one. And then the arrow. Then the goblet. And then the grain. That's definitely the order. The hand mirror would go there.
Brazier ignited. That's a good sign.
Vane was the one with the goblet, I believe.
You're a natural. Although I suppose my mentoring has honed your talent.
Andre was the one with the bow, or whatever. Arrow.
Happy to see the ancestors aren't materializing. I find ghosts to be rather boorish. Oh, well done. Perhaps I should charge for my tutelage.
Oh, we found it.
We did it! On to the Undertomb, apprentice! No dawdling, apprentice. There's treasure nearby. I can practically smell it. Isn't it exciting? We're the first living creatures to set foot down here in more than 100 years. This will definitely get an entire chapter in my next book. And that surprises you. Haven't you read my books? This is very similar to that time I unearthed the secret chambers of the Master Thief of Elsewhere. A pity my apprentice on that excursion refused to heed my advice. Walked right into a nasty trap. We search. You lead the way, while I watch for the telltale signs of a valuable item of historic significance. Hopefully even a relic of Saint Veloth himself. Ooh, this is the part where our adventure gets really exciting. Oh, that's a skill I developed. Finally honed in the heat of battle, both metaphorical and physical. So lead on, my erstwhile apprentice, and do watch for any guardians or traps that might be waiting in hiding. Going first? That's an honor I wouldn't dream of denying you, and I'll be right behind you, offering advice and watching for opportunities to teach valuable lessons. You won't get this kind of an education at any university or academy. Something along those lines, but he was too eager, running ahead before I could offer him the advantage of my experience. You don't seem to have that quirk. In fact, quite the opposite. It seems like you want to stand here and talk forever.
Well, it does keep me alive longer. In case, let's go ahead and beat up the Wrath.
Nothing important in there.
Another dancing spider, though. That's always nice.
An ornate cover. I'll take a look while you deal with any other issues that may arise.
Alright, we'll take care of this.
Keep your eyes peeled for traps, apprentice. Pity that old scroll didn't include some sort of map. You keep bringing up that strange Nord woman. I believe she said she found the scroll at a shop in Sadrith Mora. Once she noticed the ancient Elven, she brought it to me straight away. What? No, of course not. She'll get a thank you in the fine print. But I translated the scroll. I braved the dangers of the tomb. I did all the hard work. With some help from you, which I will gladly acknowledge when I write this thrilling tale.
You right?
I'm sure you
Oh,
can
there.
handle this.
Thankfully, you're correct. I can definitely handle this. Guess you moved on. Yep, you moved on earlier
Well,
already.
That's not something you see every day. Great opportunity for you to impress me, though. I believe I see the treasure vault on the other side of this chamber. Away, foul creatures! Bracelet of Indrel Belor, I'm sure of it.
He's already running off ahead. Oh, there's more of them. Yep, we still got more. Hunger this time. Pop my ult, why not? And down. Looks like that was the last one. Did he get trapped again?
Ah, damn these trapped spaces and their tempting gaps. I hate to be a bother, but could you get me out of here, please? So good of you to notice. I'm quite proud of my ability to turn any situation into a dramatic scene for my next book. Anyway, I believe you'll find another series of wall plates to push in the chamber to my right. That's a rather ungrateful attitude, after I graciously agreed to take you under my wing. If you don't let me out, however, we won't be able to use the key I found in here. I'm quite certain it opens the way into the next section of the tomb. Almost certainly. The scroll clearly described a final treasure vault, and we haven't come across anything like that yet. So, do a dark elf a favor and go push a wall plate. It's the second one from the left. Or is it the right?
Good question, isn't it? Second one from the left, let me see. This one?
Yo! You did that on purpose, didn't you? Ow! Something just shocked me.
There we go.
I found a jeweled glove and a sturdy key. Let's see if it opens the way into the next section of the tomb.
Let's see.
Ah, sweet freedom! Onward!
Another wrath.
Deal with this. I wouldn't want to deny you a chance to demonstrate your impressive combat prowess.
Just ectoplasm, nothing really interesting with
So
that.
many spirits. Why they prefer tombs like this is beyond me.
Yeah, thankfully he got destroyed by the poison before I could deal with the hit. Oh, I just set off some sort of trap behind me. These guys are really easy.
Tiles set in the floor. I've seen this before. Panels on the walls. Do you see any differences? I suppose the order is important, but a few of the panels have fallen into disrepair.
They left me here. Getting burned in the trap slowed me down. I knew they would leave me if they thought we were discovered. I gave them my earlier notes to study, pretending to believe them when they swore they would come back. Couldn't even leave me a healing potion or something to numb the pain. My only satisfaction is that I think I may have discovered the key finally. My earlier attempts at translation were off the mark. The emphasis on certain words, sitting here staring at this wall, it fell into place. The order of the Daedric letters, that's the key. Now, if I could only still walk, I'd be able to open that gate in an instant. Do I just, like, step on them, or...? Okay, so it's like the O-looking one and then the S-looking one. O, and then I'm assuming maybe the S one's over here? This one. This one. Okay, so we know it's that one, that one.
That's it. Just step in the proper order and the way will be open.
Yeah, it's, I don't know offhand with this puzzle, how exactly it goes, but we can just kind of, like, kind of brute force it too. OS. All right. Not that one. That one. That one. That one, that one, that one. We're pretty close now. But I think sometimes it messes up and doesn't read it correctly. Alright, is it this one?
Did you see that flash of gold? Blessing from St. Veloth for sure.
There we go.
Come to Narcissus, you beautiful golden head, you. And look, another passage opens. That will lead to the treasure vault most assuredly. I'm just guessing, mind you. but I dare say that skull belonged to a son or grandson of St. Veloth. What a spectacular discovery! Nonsense! Did you see it? Emeralds for eyes, covered in gold! It's better than anything in my collection. Don't let odd sounds disturb you. I learned long ago to just hum the tune to the Red Mountain drinking song and keep moving forward. There are no people like us. We solved the puzzle and uncovered the secret. You did all the work, of course, but I had it figured out the moment we entered the chamber. I was ready to help if you needed it. Now, let's see what's waiting inside.
Probably a giant monster.
My next book is going to be a trilogy for sure. Well, this isn't at all what I expected.
Where's the treasure vault, I wonder?
This place is ancient. These must be Veloth's earliest ancestors.
Curious indeed.
I'll perform a thorough historical examination while you deal with any inconveniences that happen our way. I expected your technique to be a little more graceful than that.
Graceful? I never said anything about graceful. These guys dropped some nice gold, though. Why did this guy
preserved bodies, not cremated ashes, a technique that predates the earliest Dark Elves.
I was gonna say...
Oh dear, I don't like the look of this. I'm sure you can manage.
What's up there? Oh, we found something up here. Big buddy.
Aim for the vital parts. They have to have vital parts.
Thank you, Dren. You were helpful as always. Guess he's just gonna, like, cower? We got a nice little well here.
This is disappointing. Where's all the treasure? Nothing but some broken crates and an old well. Narcissus Dren never fails like this. I blame you, apprentice.
Blame me.
My translation was nearly perfect, so how could this be? Where are the relics? The treasure? There's nothing here but some busted old crates and a decrepit old well. No, that's impossible. Ancient scrolls lead to discovery and treasure, not disappointment. I blame you, apprentice. You obviously don't have the attitude and temperament necessary to make great discoveries. You've ruined my expedition. Isn't that a noble sentiment? But noble sentiments don't pay the bills or sell my books. You wouldn't understand. You have no sense of what it takes to do what Narcissus Dren does. You're nothing more than an apprentice.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll go ahead and get rid of him.
Of course! Narcissus Dren and the Well of Gold! One of my earliest adventures. Why didn't I think of that? I take back everything I said. You are a good apprentice. Now, let's see what they hid away in that old well. I think you're right, apprentice. There's no water down there, and I definitely see a gleam of gold. Hey!
Well, that took...
I assume that was a mistake on your part. I reiterate my earlier observation. You're a terrible apprentice. Hello? Is anyone there? A little help, please?
Well, that certainly helped take care of itself, didn't it? Wonder if I'll meet him again. I don't know. Sounds like maybe he'd show up in like a place like elsewhere. He even talked about being an elsewhere before. Where was the way out of here again? Oh, I guess it was this way. Where is she?
Warfree.
Oh, there she is.
Now is not the time to take a break. Narcissus will be out soon, I'm sure. It's good to see you again. Finished exploring the tomb? But where's Narcissus? I miss that dark elf terribly, you know. That sounds like my Narcissus. Always wanting to explore just one more nook and cranny. I assume he'll be along shortly for one of my shoulder rubs. Allow me to pay you for your service. It is the standard rate for Narcissus apprentices.
There we go. And we finish up the quest, which will no doubt finish up this tomb. So we only have really Aldrin left to do. Oh yes, achievement unlock, Narcissus Apprentice. We may as well go get that last eye spot since we're not too far away from it. It's like over here as far as I understand, so that's the direction we'll head. I swear, 4 Glory is just gonna keep on popping up on me and making me think I missed a quest. Yeah, it should be right off of here. We're not too far away from it now. It's just really out of the way, so I never really went to it before. There we are. And we found all the eye spots, so that's another thing that we've now filled out. So go ahead and end off things here, and next time we will either be doing Aldrin next or the world bosses. So I'll see you guys then.